formally in office.
Ghana receives Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccines under COVAX initiative.
National service persons throng the secretariat claiming they have been excluded from the list of postings.
Also coming up, Tema residents want leaking sewer lines in the metropolis to be urgently fixed.
And in stories coming from across our borders, Sierra Leone formally abolishes death penalty, becoming the 23rd African country to repeal capital punishment. Hello, you welcome to News Hour live on GBC News, your news and governance channel. We are also live on GTV and streaming live on Facebook at Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. My name is Michelin Taka.
And I am Abdul Hai Momin.
The news in detail. Ghana's 23rd Inspector General of Police is formally in office. President Akufo-Addo officially handed over the baton of the leadership to Dr. George Akufo-Dampare at the Jubilee House in Accra.
Swearing in the IGP, the President, Nana Akufo-Addo, tasked the IGP to work hard to win the confidence of the public by ensuring that law and order is enforced without fear or favor.
Or as may be specially permitted by law.
Meet Ghana's new Inspector General of Police.
So help me God.
His ascension into the high office is at a time that crime, armed robbery, kidnapping and cyber fraud, among other negatives, are dominating the headlines on both traditional and social media. The new IGP is regarded to be one of the few hands in the police service who has served in almost every department and unit across the country. And it's 2 months now since he took over the IGP position in an acting capacity, but his tenure has won the heart of the public. This, according to President Akufo-Addo, made it easy for his confirmation.
He has risen through the ranks of the police service, starting off as a constable, and has served his nation dutifully. Today, he has reached the pinnacle of his career and will serve for the next 4 years as Inspector General of Police. He has demonstrated that he will be an effective leader of the police service and will help foster its efficiency. He will be walking in the footsteps of the 22 previous occupants of the office. And I have no doubt that in Dr. George Akufo-Dampare, we have a worthy successor to Mr. James Opong Opwen, and indeed the others who have gone before him.
The President tasked the IGP to ensure that the police service maintains high standards in all its endeavors.
Newly sworn IGP, the issue of law and order is particularly germane at this time, when the traditional challenges to security, such as chieftaincy conflicts, land disputes, religious intolerance, ethnic animosities, and political rivalry, are being compounded by contemporary threats like drug and human trafficking, proliferation of small arms and light weapons, armed robberies, cyber crimes, and activities of nomadic herdsmen. That is why government is working to modernize and resource the police service adequately in order to assist it to maintain law and order and protect lives and property. I assure you, the government is determined to give whatever support it can so that we can have the service that the people of Ghana deserve.
The IGP assured the President and the nation of his determination to transform the Ghana Police Service into a world-class institution.
Our vision has been to become a world-class police institution. And Mr. President, we are poised, we are focused in attaining that. We know it is not going to be easy. By my colleagues and I, we have made our mind that even if we are unable to take it to that destination, we, at this time, will position the organization towards that destination such that there will be no turning back. And I know it is doable, because anything that we put our mind to, your heart to, and stay focused on it, it will definitely come to pass. So our focus is to make sure that over the years, so soon into the future will become the most respected organization in the country and a reference point for Africa and beyond. Because we know that if we succeed in doing that, then at the end of the day, we'll get our respect back as an institution. The trust and confidence of the people will come back to us in a force that will help us to deepen our legitimacy. And it is something that we are proud of if we are able to achieve.
Dr. Dampare in 1990 joined the police service as a recruit, but now is the youngest to be appointed in the Fourth Republic and the 8th youngest since Ghana gained independence. During his over 30 years career as a police officer, Dr. Dampare has made significant contributions to policing in Ghana and beyond. He became a chartered accountant in 1996 at the age of 25. He holds a Doctor of Philosophy degree in Finance and Management from King's College, London, University of London, and has 2 Master of Science degrees with distinction in Accounting and Finance from London South Bank University, UK, and Business Systems Analysis and Design from City University, London. Aside his policing, Dr. Dampare previously worked as a research fellow and lecturer at King's College, London, University of London. He also lectured at the University of Cape Coast, Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, GIMPA, Regent University College, and Data Link University College. He is also one of the pioneer lecturers at the Business School of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, KNU University, Kumasi. The new IGP is married to Anita Akufo-Dampare, and the couple has 6 children. Edward Nyakun, reporting for GBC News.
Tema residents are appealing to the Tema Metropolitan Assembly, TMA, to urgently fix the sewer lines in the metropolis. They say the sewer system breaks down daily with fecal matter gushing out into homes and markets. Our Tema regional correspondent Michael Dewanu earlier reported the situation at Community 1, where one of the major sewer lines has remained broken for the past 3 days and its content has been gushing out.
If you are popular, if you know Tema very well, the popular place they call Casino, that is where I am coming to you from. And the situation has to do with breakage of sewer lines here in the Tema metropolitan area. This is not a new thing, but now it has become very rampant. These sewer lines were constructed somewhere in the 1960s. I'm showing you some visuals and telling you how the situation has been. It was constructed some years ago, but these sewer lines have outlived their purpose, and now every now it flows into open gutters with the fecal matter coming out, and it's a real problem and a worry to the people here in the Tema area. They are saying that government must fix this and fix it quickly. The last time we heard that an Israeli company was coming to change the whole sewer system, but it never happened. In an encounter I had with the TMA some time ago, they said they needed like a $60 million to be able to fix this, but the situation is still the same, and the community are very much worried. If you can see, there is just a food joint here, just close by the sewer line, and I can tell you the stench is really terrible, and fecal matters are coming out. There are some few people here who want to share their thoughts on this particular disturbing issue, because they said now it is being the norm. And I'm told that this particular sewer line that's broken down, it's been like this for the past 3 days, and authorities have not said anything about it. Sir, you live close by, and I can see your shop somewhere here. What is the situation, and what can you tell us?
I think you can see clearly that the sewer line is overflowing. When you watch closely, you realize that from the up there to the down, almost all the lines are overflowing. And I think the best thing for them to do is that they have to change all the lines. And a lot of them from TMA normally comes around to do a little bit of work around, but it's the same thing we are having. This thing continues each and every day. You can watch around. People are selling. People are seated closer to it. They eat and all those sort of things. So we are appealing to TMA to make sure they come and then change all these lines to make this place a better place, because human cannot live around these things we see here, which is very bad. It is very, very bad. So we are appealing to the government. We are appealing to the TMA that they should make sure they come over to get this thing sorted out.
In other news, the government is on course with its agenda to provide affordable housing units for its citizens and is committing more resources to reduce the housing deficit in the country. On a working visit in Accra on Thursday to some ongoing housing project sites for the security forces to assess progress of work, Works and Housing Minister Mr. Francis Asensobwache gave a thumbs up to work done so far. The minister, Mr. Francis Asensobwache, inspected the ongoing 6-block, 3-story, 2- and 3-bedroom redevelopment project at Airport Residential Area, which started in December 2019. The 60% complete project will accommodate 60 families when completed. Another project is situated at Roman Ridge, which will serve the same purpose when handed over to the government. Till now, Amandi Holdings has undertaken 3 projects for the security forces in Ghana. Phase 1 to Phase 3 has been for the BNI at Sakumono, the Ghana Navy at Tema Newtown, and the redevelopment projects at Roman Ridge, Airport Residential Area, and Tesano for the police respectively. The 320 housing units for the police at Tesano is a 4-story, 20-block project with 16 being undertaken concurrently, all at different levels of completion. Mr. Asensobwache was happy about the progress of work.
As far as the security services are concerned, and for the police in particular, this is a very major progress. It's going to increase the housing stock for our men and women in the police service.
The project manager of Amandi Holdings, Mr. Salim Sow, explained that the project is in 2 types, with 13 blocks being 3-bedroom apartments and 7 blocks with 2-bedroom apartments respectively. The project, which was started in March 2019 and expected to terminate by December 2022, has a community center, kindergarten, playgrounds, tennis courts, etc. It has its utilities and communication systems underground. At the Tesano site alone, government has committed $46 million for the project.
Ghana has received the first delivery of Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine under the COVAX initiative. The over 1,330,000 doses of the vaccines were donated by the U.S. government following a meeting between President Akufo-Addo and the Vice President of U.S., Kamala Harris, during his state visit. About 1 month ago, the U.S. government donated over 1.2 million doses of Moderna vaccines to Ghana. Sarah Fori has more.
Of the 1,330,229 doses, 950,040 doses have been allocated to Accra and 380,250 to Kumasi. The consignment came with vials of diluent, which is the solution to dilute the concentrate powder. It was manufactured in August this year and set to expire by the end of January next year. It requires ultra-low temperature of -60 to -90 degrees Celsius. The syringes designed for its administration were brought in last week prior to the arrival of the vaccine. At a handing-over ceremony, the country representative of UNICEF, Ms. Anne-Claire Dufay, said the vaccines are coming at a time when Ghana is accelerating its vaccination campaign. Put together, the U.S. government has donated over 2.5 million doses of vaccines to Ghana. The U.S. Ambassador Ms. Stephanie Sullivan said due to her government's commitment to ending the pandemic, it has earmarked 1.1 billion doses of vaccines to be donated worldwide. So far, 1.8 million doses of vaccines have been distributed to 100 countries. Ghana has received over $30 million worth of support from the U.S. government. The vaccines were received by the Deputy Minister for Health, Madam Tema, and officials of the Ministry of Health, including the Chief Director, Mr. Kwabena Oku-Afari, Head of COVID-19 Commodities, Mr. Matthew Cherme, the Chief Executive of the Food and Drugs Authority, Mrs. Dilis Dako, and the Director of Public Health at the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Asiedu Bekwin, among others. Serofori, GBC News, Kotoka International Airport, Accra.
Lands and Natural Resources Minister Mr. Samuel Jinapor is courting the support of traditional leaders in the Upper East region for the government's efforts to manage the exploitation of the country's natural resources. When he met with the Upper East Regional House of Chiefs in Bogatanga, Mr. Jinapor said their involvement would be needed for effective and efficient management of Ghana's lands and natural resources.
Mr. Jinapor and his team were on a day's working visit to the Upper East region. Before the meeting with the members of the Upper East Regional House of Chiefs, the minister interacted with the players in the mining sector in the region and members of the Regional Security Council. The Vice President of the Upper East Regional House of Chiefs, Naba Anthony Abisa Nonsana Atasige, pledged the support of the chiefs to the government's fight against illegal mining in their various jurisdictions. He called on members of the House of Chiefs to unite in support of the fight against galamsey, which is destroying the country's heritage. The traditional leaders at the meeting applauded government for the steps taken to deal with the devastating effect of illegal mining nationwide. The Land and Natural Resources Minister, Mr. Samuel Jinapor, called on traditional rulers and small-scale miners to help government develop a mining industry that will serve as a catalyst for national development. He said illegal mining remains a threat to the country. He said the fight against illegal small-scale mining, popularly known as galamsey, will succeed if traditional leaders in the mining areas throw their weight behind the government.
And I'm very confident that if we work together, we get the support of the chiefs. A lot of the issues we talk about, legal mining, tendency, in this, in NAFTA, in here and there, and all of that, we can regulate them. So we can proper mining, community mining for the young men to be able to mine properly. Whatever we have to do, the large-scale mining will be done in a manner which serves the interests of the chiefs and people of the Upper East region.
The Lands and Natural Resources Minister was quick to add that efficiently managing the lands and natural resources must be fully supported by all, especially in mining communities across the country.
The role of stars in the entertainment industry and other celebrities in promoting products and services, otherwise known as brand ambassadors, is now gaining deeper grounds in Ghana. Two of Ghana's leading celebrities and multiple award winners, Ajete Anan and Jackie Appiah, have been chosen to spearhead the campaign drive of GB Foods.
Experts remind us that being healthy should be part of our overall lifestyle. So ideally, a diet of whole grains, lean protein, vegetables and fruits. They caution that we must be mindful about the ingredients of our foods. In Ghana, there is an ongoing conversation about the use of organic tomato paste and other organic foods, meaning a departure from genetically modified organisms, GMOs. Some consumers frown synthetic chemicals such as human-made pesticides and fertilizers. The campaign to eat healthy foods for healthy living has been stepped up, with some producers engaging celebrities as the ambassadors of their products to effectively drum home the importance of eating and staying healthy. GB Foods recently engaged the services of highly decorated and celebrated celebrities Ajete Annan and Jackie Appiah will have earned international repute to lead its healthy food and healthy lifestyle campaign.
We are happy we see that you have very serious commitment to excellence, commitment to quality, and you really and genuinely care for your communities, your followers, as we do for our consumers and the general communities in which we live.
The marketing director of GB Foods Ghana, Ekio Ubriyaboa, believes the two celebrities as brand ambassadors will bring about the needed attention to the importance of eating healthy. Mr. Ajete Annan and Jackie Appiah were happy to take on the duty with their new brand ambassadorial roles.
I pray for nothing but the best, and I pray that this relationship goes a long way. And I'm happy that something that I've been doing for so long, I am finally part of the family. So Gino has been part of me for many years. Yes, so, and I'm happy to be part.
Management of GB Foods believes this collaboration with the two celebrated Ghanaians will create more awareness about the company's brand positioning as a market leader in promoting good health through healthy foods.
On his last working visit in the eastern region, President Akufo-Addo met with the victims of the Oda market fire incident, which occurred a month ago, assuring them of financial support from the government. He also announced that roads leading to the market centers will be expanded for easy access in event of emergencies.
Paid courtesy call on the chief of Adaiso, Osaberi Masayudro, at his palace. The chief said the president's implementation of the free SHS policy is a manifestation of his fairness in sharing the national cake. The president continued to Achim Akroso, where he inaugurated a newly dormitory block at Akroso Senior High School. The president also inaugurated the Asenemanso, Akroso and the Brim South District Assembly Office complexes. At Asenemanso, President Akufo-Addo promised to help solve the long-standing chieftaincy dispute in the area.
Mini baby a me ko on ka me ho me le de komo a fefe no so minister of fraud communication and digitalization minister esla so e dis year wo da me te so oka we num na won ni me nam na mo so na me ba be hwe e me siesie kotoku asemi ma sumdwe abakotoku bai.
President Akufo-Addo also inaugurated an astroturf at Achimoda and paid a courtesy call on the chief of Achimwenchi, Dasebre Nyako Asumedu Appiah, at his palace.
You're watching News Hour live on GBC News and Governance channel. At the opening of the two-day mentoring session in Accra, 30 head porters came to share their success stories and exhibited their skills in various vocations such as bead making, hairdressing and dressmaking. In the latest batch, 30 head porters are being trained under the Chief Justice Mentorship Program in partnership with the Purim African Youth Development Platform supported by UNFPA Ghana. The program is intended to make the adolescent girls economically self-reliant.
They migrated from various parts of the country to seek greener pastures in the city. Popularly known as Kayaye, most of these girls usually carry load for a living. Some have lived on the streets, been abused and forced into early marriage. They are taken advantage of due to lack of knowledge of their human rights and the ability to stand for their rights. Out of a humanitarian feeling and a desire to make a change in the lives of these girls, a former Chief Justice, Her Ladyship Justice Mrs. Theodora Georgina Wood, instituted the CJ Mentorship Program in 2016. The program also supports those who have dropped out of school but are willing to further their education.
I'm now at the University of Ghana, the nursing school level. Now, I'm now in level 200 in St. Louis College of Education.
During the mentorship program, and I'm lawyer back. I shared the story now, and easy. Until my men got so say, and never really
The program enjoys support from the UNFPA and the Purim African Youth Development Platform, PAYDP.
These girls have a lot of challenges with mindset. Salah shared her story and she said if it had not been this program, she would have gone into child marriage. So we want the girls themselves to make a decision for their lives, to say that I can do more for my life. I can go to school. I can aspire for more in life.
The girls, some of whom are teenage mothers and girls with disability, are given vocational training. A gender analyst working with the United Nations Population Fund, Madam Selina Owusu, encouraged the girls to fulfill their part of the bargain by becoming role models for other young girls in their various communities.
We don't want to start the program with you and leave you along the line. We want to see there are some that are in school, some are working, those that are doing businesses. We always want to track your progress and to encourage you to move ahead.
So far, over 1,000 adolescent girls have benefited from the Chief Justice Mentorship Program, instituted to change the narrative of these girls with success stories through mentorship and women's empowerment activities.
In other news, about 81,081 graduates from accredited tertiary institutions who enrolled for the 2021-2022 service year have been deployed to various user agencies across Ghana for national service. However, hundreds of prospective national service persons today thronged the head office of the National Service Secretariat in Accra, a move which is against directives from the management of the National Service Scheme. When our reporter, Ofuriwadako, visited the premises of the NSS, the prospective service personnel complained about the difficulties they are facing because their names are not captured in the system.
Directives from the management of the National Service Scheme indicated that all posted national service persons are required to schedule an appointment online and visit the registration centers on the scheduled date and time for validation. However, prospective service persons from Kaswa, Amasaman, Pokwase, Medina and other areas in the Greater Accra region were at the head office of the National Service Secretariat today for their verification process because they have been placed on hold. When asked why they did not follow the directives regarding the process, it was evident that they were oblivious of the instructions.
I'm from Hachu and I've been here and I'm trying to figure out what to do next. It's been a long process, but I tried to do everything right, so I guess we just wait and see what happens. It's very hectic because even to get a place to do a photocopy, they are just sending you, go and scan this document and all. It's very, very hectic.
When I received the message, it was to come to any regional office and have a verification done. But then we weren't told to scan anything or have photocopies with us. So when we came, we were just told to go and do photocopy, get a scanned photo and all that, but as you can see, there is not a cafe around to do that, so it has been very stressful getting it on our phone to send it via email.
The NSS explained that the hold-up for further verification is due to discrepancies detected in their online registration details. The 81,081 graduates who enrolled for the 2021-2022 service year are required to log on to the scheme's website www.portal.nss.gov.gh to confirm the details of their placements before visiting their respective user agencies to endorse their letters of appointment. Posting registration is expected to be completed by Friday, November 5, 2021. For GBC News, Ofuriwadako reporting.
It's GTP, the name behind authentic and original Ghanaian textile prints,
and West Africa's leading print and textile brand.
Step out in style in any GTP fabric.
Classy, heightening, elegant, snazzy.
GBC newscasters are clothed by GTP.
The outfits are designed by Joanna Fashions, Nyaniba Estates, B Vogue and Designs, Kaswa.
And Alan David Collections, Havana in Accra.
You're watching News Hour live on GBC News, your news and governance channel. Esther Radio is standing by with the business segment. Please, you stay.
She's right here.
The group is 100